Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm the other half from left to right, and today I'm going to be reviewing popular books. I'll try not to spoil anything, and if I do, I'll warn you, but all the books I'm reviewing are really good, so even if you don't watch the whole thing, I still recommend just breezing through and reading the books in the end. The first book I have is One Dark Throne. It's the second book to the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendar Blake. This one just came out in September and I successfully annotated it, which I'm very proud of because I've never done that before. I wanted to get to 100 thoughts, but I started like 100 pages in, so I didn't get that far with them, but I think it's the thought that counts, and plus it's my first time. If you guys maybe want to read the thoughts I had while this, I could do a tag online on one of our Insta or Twitter accounts. But to the review. For those of you who didn't read the first book in the series, I'll give a brief rundown on that. Three Dark Crowns is about three sisters born heir to the throne, but the twist is they have to kill each other and fight for the right to be queen. Each sister has a different gift. One is a poisoner, one is a naturalist, and one is an elemental. All of them live in three different parts and they haven't seen each other in about 10 years. Now that it's an Ascension year, they will finally see each other for the first time, and that starts the battle. The first book was just okay. I think it all just set up for the ending, and then the second book picked up right after, and the second book was really good. The second book is the start of Ascension year, and it takes place with the three sisters, and they start fighting to the death. Some unlikely alliances, unlikely romance. All the characters are really great. I think the side characters make the book, especially during one of the sisters' narrations, Arsenal. She has 3 or 4 side characters that really help her out that I really like when they narrate. The land is very clear. They give you a really beautiful map. This is a very well planned out fantasy. I think the way this book ended gives Kendar a lot of room and creativity on how the third book can go. There are so many ideas I have in my head, and I'm really excited to see how the third book comes out. So if you're into fantasy and some cliche YA, read this series. It's pretty good, and you have plenty of time to catch up before the third book comes out. The next book had, I think, a lot of hype, and plus the movie's coming out soon, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertay. This book was really cute. It's a contemporary, and I think it's perfect with what's going on in the world today. This book surrounds a kid named Simon Spire, and he is not so openly gay. He's trying to keep it a secret, and he has a little pen pal online named Blue. They go to the same school and they're the same age, but they never met each other, or at least they don't think they have. They try to keep their identities a secret because they don't want anybody making fun of them, and they just don't know how they will react to each other in person. So everything's going good. They've been emailing each other for quite a while until Martin finds the emails and blackmails Simon. All Martin wants is a date with Simon's friend Abby, but he's not so great at blackmailing and things go wrong. Now Simon struggles between Martin letting out Blue's secret identity and ruining their relationship, and Martin exposing that he is gay to the whole school and his friends who he still has not told yet. This book, I think, is really well written. The characters are hilarious, and I connected really well because it takes place around the theater department, which I am very involved in. Once again, the side characters kind of make this book. This breaks down all the walls between the love between gender and color. But I think I'm getting a little like Erica, where I'm not a big fan of contemporaries anymore. This one was a really cute one, but I've read better, and I don't know, I kind of just like series, but I'm not saying don't read this because this is really good. It's just a personal preference. The movie is coming out, and it is almost all the way casted. The movie is called Love, Simon. It's coming out next year in, I believe, either March or May. I'm definitely excited to see that. I would recommend reading this. This is really cute, and yeah. This next book was recommended by a lot of people, and it just really looks cool. And I have very mixed feelings about this in a good way. This book is Caravelle by Stephanie Gaber. This book kept me on the edge of my seat, and it was definitely a binge read. I read this for a long car trip, and it was perfect. I couldn't put it down, and it was very confusing and well planned out. Scarlett and Donatella. Donatella's dream was to go to Caravelle for the longest time. Caravelle is a magical event that takes place over a week. there's always a contest and the winner gets a wish or the theme that year. It is run by a guy named Legend, and he is said to have magical powers. That's why Caravelle is so magical. Finally, Scarlet receives a letter back from Legend inviting her, her sister, and one other person with them into Caravelle. They meet Julian, who gets them to Caravelle, and he has a whole story that I'll get into later. Anyway, when they get there, the two sisters are separated, and Tella is kidnapped by Legend, and she's the prize. There are a whole bunch of hints surrounding how to find Tella, and whoever finds Tella gets a wish. Scarlet wants to find her sister, so she links up with Julian, and they run around. See, the twist with Julian is he already played Caravelle, so he knows what's real and what's not. Interesting book. I liked it. The ending took me by surprise. The whole thing with this book is, you can see like the quote on the front is, remember, it's only a game. So anytime you think you get too attached to something, it's really not there, or at least you don't think it's there. There's a lot of twists and turns using that idea, and there's a lot of creativity in this, and I definitely give like a bravo, round of applause to Stephanie. Throughout Caravelle, there's little stores that you have to like go in and maybe buy some things, and you don't pay with money. The currency is truth about yourself. Like, one of them was the last lie you told. It's really interesting how she uses those throughout the book. Scarlet's character is actually really well written. At first I didn't like her because she was whiny and she wouldn't do anything, and then I realized she acts like a human. She's whiny and she doesn't do the other things that people would usually do in movies or in other books. And I think that's really amazing how she's written like that. She does take risks, but not until later when she grows. She has a clear character development, and I think that's really strong in books that you can definitely see. This book is becoming a series. The second one is called Legendary. Definitely recommend this series if you want to be constantly thinking. This book is really creative, and I definitely recommend you reading this. The last book I have for you is This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. This book has a lot of hype surrounding it, and there's rumors of it becoming a movie. I thought this was going to be a Romeo and Juliet with monsters, but it was not at all. This is a city named Variety that is kind of at war with each other. It's separated between north and south. The north side is run by the Harker family, who believes that you should be able to buy your safety from the monster, versus the south side run by the Flynn family, who believes that we could stand up against the monsters and fight them and we will survive that way. Each of them have kids. The Harker has Kate Harker, who hasn't been in Variety in about 8 years. She's finally finding her way back and going to school and being a regular kid again. While inside, they have August, who is a Sunni. Sunnis are a type of monster that can steal your soul with a simple song that they play or sing. The Flynns find it a perfect advantage to send August to school to find out more about Kate. An unlikely bond is formed, and they are left to decide over the right way to run Variety. Victoria is another author I applaud because she has guts. In the second book, she really tears through all the characters, and you see definitely clear development between August and Summon Kate. The only thing I maybe say is a downside to this book is the side characters. I really wanted to see more, because if you're not really like one of the Harkers or one of the Flynns, you don't really get a lot of the story. Overall, I really love this series, and this is on my reread list, definitely. I hope a movie is made out of this. I definitely have to make my dream cast, and I hope you guys read this. I hope you guys like this video. I'm thinking about maybe reading one popular book or a couple popular books a month, and then this will be one of my monthly reviews. Let me know if you'd like that, or any book recommendations you have for me down below in the comments. Check out all of our social media, that will be linked down below. Hit that subscribe button, and happy reading. Bye!